Today is Monday the 3rd of August 2026 and I was back at work today on a building site and accidentally filmed this when I was getting a drink from the van.
Well, people keep saying you should be getting used to it now because it's fucking, we've had it for weeks. I don't care. I can't get used to it.
That was just the burger van woman complaining about the heat. It was like 31 degrees today where I work and it was dusty as hell, but so that's the reason why I had that mask around my neck. It should have been around my face, but it gets very hot and sweaty with that on there. Reason being though, if you're working in a dusty environment, you might want to chuck one on just because the ground that I'm working with at the moment has a lot of clay in it, and clay has a lot of silica particulates in it, and when that gets dusty, you breathe that in and you can get something called silicosis. So Google silicosis if you might be breathing that shit in because it ain't good for you. Anyway, today was a stretch day, so you can see me looking over onto my bed where I've got a laptop set up because my mum actually sent me a video of a guy talking about not stretching your lower back until you understand the principle of loosening the thoracic spine and loosening the hips. So the first movement I'm doing now is, and I said thoracic spine as if you know what I'm talking about. It basically just means the midsection of your back. So running from the base of your neck down to the bottom of your ribs. So you're like the middle area of your back, above the lower back basically. And I've been saying that my lower back's been an issue for me. So what the video is arguing is that the hips and or thoracic spine could have the issue. And then it's being exhibited as pain in the lower back. So he says not to do any lower back stretching until you've spent a week trying to loosen up the hips and thoracic spine. I haven't got a week to work with here, and I've already started stretching and working the lower back to make it stronger, and it has felt solid the last couple of days, so I don't see how adding these to my routine would be detrimental, but it might be handy for someone watching it if they're having lower back pain, which it seems a lot of people in the last week that I've spoken to actually are experiencing some lower back pain, which is an interesting coincidence. I always have that in life actually. When I've got a bit of an issue, I swear I notice it in other people. So this movement I'm doing now is called seated hip rotations, and it's quite a common one to see around and about. Like, I see people at the gym do this. I've actually seen my own coach do this, and he's got some of the other athletes to do it. I've never implemented it. I've tried it one or two times, but like never for a session as long as this. So I know it's sped up, but I did it for about 5 minutes each side, and it made me feel quite loose. I'm happy with that. Didn't have any pain in my lower back today, so there wasn't any sort of noticeable improvement from doing it. But yeah, it's a nice little challenging, slightly uncomfortable, not painful movement, and one that I'll probably stick with for the next few weeks and months because I don't see any downside to having looser hips unless like my hip joint falls out of its socket because it's too loose. Anyway, obviously that's not going to happen, whatever. Next movement is called the open book. So look at my arms. They're like an open book, but not really because the wardrobe got in the way. And then this one is targeting the thoracic spine that I mentioned earlier. I could really feel this one because my arm, can you see it of this rep? So relaxing it, that's me relaxing it, yeah? And it doesn't actually sit on the carpet, like when I'm fully opened, or when the book is fully opened, whatever. So I think at some point, like I tried to grab a dumbbell. Yeah, look, grab the dumbbell and then like move my crystal ball, put my hand underneath the dumbbell at the end, trying to fully get opened up. I think I had the same issue on the left-hand side as well when I was trying to put that down. You can't really tell, I don't think, because it looks like the bed will probably be in the way, and I haven't actually reviewed the video yet to know that it isn't in the way, but basically, yeah, see where the elbow sort of floats above the carpet on this side. Let's have a look. No, it wasn't as bad, was it? Wasn't as bad. I could feel a lot of soreness though, a lot of tightness in my chest, and I think that's from a weekend when I did a lot of dips on, actually that was yesterday. So I'm starting to get DOMs in my chest, and I guess whether upper back is the antagonist to the chest muscles or the pectorals, that might be why the arms couldn't reach, or the elbow or forearms couldn't sort of touch down in that open book position. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. It could be a sign though that maybe the pecs being a bit tight, pulling the shoulders forward, is causing the upper back to be a bit tighter, and the upper back being tighter along with the hips being tighter could cause the tension in the lumbar spine, in the lower back that I've been saying I've been having issues with. I don't know, it's all connected, in it. So yeah, I tried to loosen it out today. Then I'll move on to some foam rolling. So I've got this massive bloody, it's a bit soft actually, this foam roller. So I've got the foam roller, and then I've got a cork ball. I think the foam roller cost maybe 10 quid, and the cork ball maybe 6 or 7 quid. The cork ball is a bit of an extremist accessory. Like, you put in any weight through a cork ball, and if you've got a golf ball lying around, or even bloody like a marble or something, like it's a solid piece of equipment basically. Like, if you've got tight fascia in any part of your body, you will be able to get deep into the knot by putting weight through the cork ball. So I primarily use it for my feet, and I just keep it in my bedroom on the floor, and sometimes, like, you can see it behind me there, just behind the foam roller. If I see it, then I'll just stand on it, right? And I'll put some weight through my foot, through the ball of my foot, and release the fascia in the base of my foot. And that's primarily what I'll use it for. If I'm feeling really keen and I've got a nasty knot further up my body, then I'll try and use that as a massage accessory. So the foam roller is like the primary massage accessory that I use. I do have a massage gun as well, but these percussive high impact like massage guns are, well, high impact, right? Like, they beat the muscle up. I should, hold on. Unfortunately, the frame rate doesn't line up with the rest of the video, but you kind of get what I'm trying to say. Like, this is a quarter speed, and you can see my skin looks like it's liquid water under there. It is hammering the muscle, right? What I'm saying is, actually, what am I trying to say? Maybe that percussive massage therapy, which is what a massage gun is, I'm not convinced is better at relieving knots in a way that won't leave you sore than, say, a traditional foam roller is, or a cork ball. That's what I'm trying to say. So a massage gun will probably set you back hundreds of pounds if you get a decent one. It isn't necessary. Like, if you've got the willpower to put your weight through a cork ball, or put your weight through a foam roller, and like feel the knots flatten out, and you will be in a lot of pain. Like, it is not for the weak at all, getting some knots out. I don't know if you've ever had a sports massage. If you haven't, you might need to start there. That's gonna cost you probably 100 quid as well. But having someone show you how messed up you are, like when they're saying, oh geez, when they'll feel on your muscles, yeah, and they'll be like, that knot is crazy, and then they'll dig it out of like their elbow, and you'll be trying not to scream down the massage parlor. Like, it hurts. It seriously like hurts. It's pain. And sometimes I'll try and help people. I'll try and sort of simulate, or no, not simulate. I'll literally try and give someone a massage, yeah, in the style of a sports massage, and I'll be digging out their muscles with like my thumb or my elbow, and they'll be like, Remy, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's painful, man. And if you're an athlete and you've been running around and you've let things slide for years, and you've got really nasty knots, and you're walking a bit crooked, like, you won't even notice. Like, the pain might be exhibited elsewhere. So like, as I was saying earlier, the pain that I'm having in my lower back, it might actually be being caused by an imbalance in my thoracic spine or an issue with my hips, or a combination of the two, right? And I should know better because I've had sports massages and I've been told over the years that I've got nasty knots, and like I can kind of feel them on myself these days because I've had so many. Like, I know where the knots are, I know what they feel like, I know how to release them. But if you're a bit younger, or you're less experienced, or you've never had a sports massage, or you just don't have like the will to, or the like pain tolerance to dig out these knots, then you might want to have a professional sports massage and have someone show you how crooked you are, because you generally walk out being able to stand up straight, walk better, sometimes even breathe better. Like, these things can change your life. And realizing, because they take years of accumulated neglect, like you're just living your life at the end of the day, right? Like, you might have a body that you put through its paces every so often, but like, then you might just, on your journey home, sit and stare at a screen and arch your neck a bit, and that can give you a bit of, okay, like, it's a bit of a tax in it. Like, you're gonna have to pay the piper at some point. Anyway, yeah, I'm talking about this for too long, like, and I made a whole fucking video of me stretching. This is important, basically. If you've never had a sports massage, go and get one. If you have had a sports massage recently and you can't afford to keep getting them, then get a foam roller. Maybe get multiple. Like, get some of different, of varying hardness. So maybe get soft on, medium, hard, whatever, and then get an equivalent of a cork ball. If you've got a golf ball lying around, you might be able to do it with that. Like, you probably saw that crystal ball on my floor earlier. I could use that. That's a bit big, but like, find a way for you to get the knots out that will inevitably pop up as you move through life. Because even when I used to have sports massages, like, I knew that my calves were a problem area and I'd have to endure the pain of the sports massage focused on the calves, and the woman would tell me, these are crazy, like, you're going to end up getting a bad injury. And I listened, and a few years later I ended up rupturing my Achilles tendon. Like, that was long. I do not recommend that normal people go out and snap the longest tendon in the human body, but I'm grateful that I did, because having gone through that, I really do take stretching and mobility seriously, and my track record of injuries has been solid the last 4 years. Gonna put weight on, aren't I? This is way too much. I didn't realise how much food I had left. Like, I didn't think there's gonna be that much chicken or that many potatoes, and I made some rice with it, and I got some and I got some sweet corn and ETAP as well. Oh, this is too much food. Nah.